Hello, guys, and welcome back to the second episode of my Football Manager series, the Newcastle United Takeover series. In this episode, we're going to be running through some of the things I've been able to do off camera, e.g., transfers, tactics, and a few of the staff members being able to get in. And then finally, we're going to be doing our first match of the season, kicking the season off in style against Crystal Palace. I'm hoping for 3 points. If we can get 3 points, that'll be amazing. But first, what we'll do is we'll kick off with the transfers that I've been able to get into the club. Now, I am quite shocked at how much money I've actually spent. But when you actually consider the talent I've been able to get in to what Newcastle had, it's not bad. It's not bad. So I'll run through them quite quick. So we got Eduardo, he was 25 million. Moose Dembele, Jared Delafeu, who I thought was a steal at 25 million. He was up for 31, put 25 and he accepted straight away, so I wasn't going to turn around and try and get him any cheap. I just thought, get him 25 million in. Now, I have actually got some quite, I wouldn't say world class, but I would say world leading players. I did get Julian Draxler from PSG for quite cheap. He was on the market for 20 million. I did actually get him for 18.5, which I thought was pretty cheap for a player of his caliber. I also got Justin Calvel from AS Roma for 13.5 million. Now I did need a central defensive midfielder. I was looking around for a while, and then I got Ben Pearson for just over 10 million. He's only 24, and he has a rating of about 3 stars, but he can go up to 4. So I thought if I give him a chance this season, see how he performs, you never know, he might actually pick up and be quite good. And you can see the other. I've signed a left back. I've signed 2 central defenders, so you may know Nastasic from his Man City days, and Joe Rodon from Swansea is being linked currently with a move to Manchester United. So you never know, he could turn out to be a worldie, but you don't know in Football Manager. Some turn out good, some turn out bad. So the tactics, from the last episode, I've just done a little bit of tweaking on them. Not much, if I'm honest. I did change this to positive. I don't know why it's changed back. I did a little bit in here, so I'll just revert it back to it. I don't think it's saved when I actually did it. So I basically changed that to play through the midfield, hit crosses in early, shoot on target. I kept the run at defence, and then I also made this be more expressive. Now this is when obviously we're in possession and we've got the ball. In transition, I did actually make it so we distribute the ball down the middle, just because I don't think the defence what we have isn't the best at the moment. I couldn't get the players in that I wanted at the time. Maybe in the January transfer window, I will go back and see if they're available and get them cheap. But they could be cup tie by then in the Premier League, the ones that I want. So we'll see. I did make that take short kicks just because, again, player wise, we don't have the best players. Now, out of possession, I left it exactly as it was. I didn't want to touch it as much. I just left it as defensive line lower, line of engagement lower, and then just get stuck in. Didn't really want to mess it too much. So, staffing wise, done a little bit, not much. I got Shay Given in, who used to play for Newcastle years ago, and obviously Man City, and Aston Villa as a goalkeeping coach. I did change the assistant manager. I think it was Steve Angu. It is now Roy Keane, as you can see. Just because he was available, he has been an assistant manager internationally and domestically in the Premier League, Championship, and also Republic of Ireland with Martin O'Neill. And also, he's got quite good level of discipline and determination, which I thought we will need this season to get that Europa League spot, because that's what I'm targeting. So that's a little run through of what I've been able to do off camera. I've gone through pre-season. We had an okay pre-season. It wasn't the best. As you can see, I mean, we won 3 and lost 3. Well, actually, we won 4 and lost 3. The 3 games we did lose, one of them was by 2 goals and the other 2 were by 1 goals. Against okay teams, except for that one, Besiktas and Fenerbahce, we lost by 1 goal. But it is what it is. We were still buying players at that point, so we've got the squad that we need now. So like I say, the first game I'm going to do today is against Crystal Palace. Now, having a look at Crystal Palace, they haven't been as active in the transfer market as I thought they would be. They haven't really got any players in which I thought were standout players. They have got some quite decent players, obviously Wilfried Zaha. They've got Sacco at the back and Molovic in midfield. Apart from that, they've got MacArthur, Mayo. I think they've got Townsend as well. He's not on here, maybe injured, and Ayew up front. Apart from that, they haven't really got any depth outside the first team. So if any of these get injured in the season, it could be a 6-point if we play them again later on. But that depends obviously on how today goes. So we'll just crack on with the first game of the season. So, like I say, we're going to stick with this formation. It's actually come through now, custom fluid counter attack. I'm just going to do a quick pick just to pull up the best players we have at the moment. Now, some of the players I have bought are out injured, as you can see, Nastasic, Delafeu, and I think there's one other that is out. Where's he gone? Oh, no, they're on the bench. It doesn't matter. So, like I say, we're gonna go with this lineup today, just because obviously it's the best one we have at the moment for the players we have. I would prefer to have Nastasic and Delafeu on the pitch, but because they're injured, I can't do that. The only positive about this is Joe Linton's not playing, so we've got a better chance of scoring a goal and actually winning the game. So we'll get on with the match right now then. Right, so we're at the match. This is just the teams we're going to be setting up today. We know our team, so this is how Crystal Palace is going to set up. Up forward, they've got Wilfried Zaha. In the midfield, it's pretty to be expected what they've got. And then at the centre back, they've got Sacco and Cahill. On the bench, I wouldn't worry too much what they've got on the bench. They don't really have much as in attacking, except for Zaha and maybe at a push Ayew. Check tossing. Didn't really do much when he was at Everton. Don't think he's going to do much when he's at Crystal Palace on loan. And apart from that, and maybe Townsend, but apart from that, nothing much else. Us, I think we're looking pretty good. We've got a good few players there. Lascelles, Ajay, Tete, Ben Pearson, Bentaleb, and obviously leading the line we've got Eduardo, who I'm hoping he will be our #1 scorer this season. Hoping 20 goals this season. That's in the league and also the domestic competitions. So if he can get 20 goals, buzzing and a bargain. And I think he only paid up just over 20 million for him. Team talks. I love team talks in this game. It's the best way to get the players up for a match. So we're going to go out there and give the fans their money worth. We're going to tell them we have faith in them, just because obviously it is the first game of the season and I want them to go out there and get 3 points and play their absolute socks off. So let's get into the match. Here we go, kick off. Let's get 3 points on the board. We are actually controlling possession right well. Now, I know it's only 2 minutes in, but compared to what it was like in pre-season, we are actually doing quite well possession-wise. And we're just trying to break down Crystal Palace at the moment. Surprisingly, Ben Pearson, step up from the Championship, isn't actually playing too well. So, may have been not the best buy, but there is a long season to go and he could improve, so we'll see how it goes. Here we have a chance here. Tete running in, crosses it in. Kaivel. Good first chance there for Newcastle. 2 shots already there, 1 on target. We're doing well. And 68% possession, which in a game like this is surprising considering the way Crystal Palace have set up. But that just shows the quality we've brought in the transfer market. And that will put us in good stead, especially when we come up against the big teams like City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United. Chance for Eduardo, shoots. Easy save by the keeper. we are actually holding the ball quite well. I think we've got about just over 60% possession, which is quite good, but at the moment we're not doing much with it. We're just sitting in their half, passing the ball around, and I don't really want that because they could move on us when obviously we break for the counter. So we need to obviously push a bit forward and get a goal. So Crystal Palace have the ball here, Townsend running down the left hand side. This is their first attack, and it's straight at the keeper. Nothing really much in it. As you can see, they've had 2 shots, 1 on target. I think we've had about 6 or 7, 3 on target. Isn't too bad. Rose is coming in now. Can he get a cross in? He can. Oh, what a goal by Julian Draxler. Wow. First game, first goal, and a debut goal. What a steal for 18.5 million. So 1-0 up now against Crystal Palace in the first half. 25 minutes in. Dream start, dream start. If we can get another goal by half time, that'll be even better. So let's see how we get on. Crystal Palace have a set piece here. Oh, and they've equalised. John Joe Shelvey, ex-Newcastle United player. It had to be, didn't it? It had to be him. So 1-1. They've scored a goal just before half time. I mean, to be fair, we were a little bit lackadaisy after we scored that first goal, and we did lose a lot of possession. But you know, second half to come, so we could win it. We could. Right, so half time. It's 1-1. Julian Draxler, our new signing from PSG, scored the opener on the 26th minute, and then ex-Newcastle United player John Joe Shelvey, 43rd minute, from a set piece, headed it in, bottom right hand corner. You can't write it, can you? So let's just move on to the dressing room. Now, overall, I wasn't too, I was happy with how they were playing. Just as soon as we scored, they lost a lot of possession, and they never really recovered. And then obviously when they scored, it just sort of went downhill from there. So I'm just going to tell them that I'm happy with the performance so far, and to keep it up. So hopefully we can get another 2 goals in the second half, and obviously get the 3 points that we need for the rest of the season. Like I say, this could be a 6-pointer, because given Crystal Palace's squad, I don't see them moving that high up the table. Maybe bottom half finish, or even at a push middle table. They won't get top half, if I'm honest, but you never know. So I'm just going to tell the players that I'm happy with the final third efforts. I'm happy with the midfield, and I'm, the defensive work has been okay, but they can still improve. So we're kicking off now the second half against Crystal Palace. It's 1-1. John Joe Shelvey, ex-Newcastle United player, scored against us after we scored the opener with our new winger Julian Draxler from PSG. So let's see if we can get them 3 points that we need for the rest of the season. We've got another another corner here. Crosses it in. Julian Draxler again. Oh, what a goal! Second goal of the game. Second goal in his first debut for Newcastle United. Julian Draxler turned them out to be a steal at 18.5 million from PSG. Sort of scissor kicks it there into the side netting. Boom. No one even marking him. Now they've just lost Luka Mojovic and brought on James McArthur. Now Luka Mojovic probably is one of their better midfielders they have at Crystal Palace, so I may make a substitution now, and just bring on a fresh striker. I'll bring on Moussa Dembele, and what I'll do is I'll take off Justin Calvel and bring on Philip Max. Now Philip Max can play as a winger, but he can also play as a left back. But at the moment, Danny Rose is playing quite well, so we'll leave Danny Rose on, and we'll bring on Philip Max and Moussa Dembele, and hopefully one of them two can get a debut goal as well, just like Julian Draxler. So we've got the ball in the final third now. It has been a bit of back and forth, their box, our box, but I think given when I'm looking at some of their players, they are starting to lose fitness quite fast, and we're starting to get more shots on target. So maybe by the end of this match, we may get that third goal and kill the game off. Jonjo Shelvey nearly getting another goal against his former team. Philip Max is running now with the ball down the left-hand side. We've got Moussa Dembele in the middle. Can he cross the ball in? Oh, he gets past Shelvey. Oh, what? Oh, he's still got the ball. Can he cross it in? No, he doesn't. It deflects back to Rose. And then back into play. And that went out for a free kick, a throw into Crystal Palace. Nothing came of it. Yes, we can. Captain of the team, Jamal Lascelles, header straight in, assisted by Philip Max. What a goal and what a result! 3-1 up against Crystal Palace. Honestly, did not expect this. Did not expect it. I thought it would be a tough game. I thought we'd win 2-1, maybe see it out to the 90th minute, and we'd be struggling. But honestly, I'm surprised that we've done this well, given how short a time they've been learning this new tactic they're putting in, and the amount of new players in the squad. Absolutely buzzing. Couldn't ask for a better start. So we just won the ball in our box, and we're just on the counter now. And yeah, it gets taken out of possession. We've got a throw in here. Now you might see that Danny Rose is injured. I can't really sub him because I haven't got any left backs to sub him for. But there's only a few minutes left, so he should be all right. So we'll just keep him on till the end. Just coming into the last 10 seconds now, 5 seconds, sorry, of the match. This second half, it's been all us constantly. The shots on target they've had have been wild. They really haven't done anything. Dubravka's been pretty solid in there. That's exactly what they've been like there from that set piece from the corner. They've been shocking. So there we go. First match of the season against Crystal Palace, 3-1 up. And what can I say? The best start you can ask for, especially against a relegation contender. What a match. So I'm gonna let the boys know that was a good result, and tell them to keep doing that in the next matches. So 3-1 result against Crystal Palace. 2 goals by our new signing from PSG, 18.5 million, Julian Draxler. He scored the first one in the 26th minute. Then Jonjo Shelvey came in. After the half, he scored the second, Julian Draxler, on the 60th minute. And then finally, in the 85th minute, Jamal Lascelles scores the third goal. What can I say? That result is a really good result, especially with the run of games we've got left in August. We've got Leicester next, Arsenal away, and then obviously we've got our Carabao Cup tie. We don't know who that's going to be yet, and then obviously we've got Burnley. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some of the big games. So I'll obviously put in the Manchester City game, and then maybe I'll go through a couple of matches, and I'll definitely put in the Liverpool, a Chelsea, Tottenham, and Everton games, because obviously I think they're some of the good games that we want to see, and we want to see how this team can perform against them. So if you're liking this so far, if you can hit that like button, that would really help me out. And also, if you're new to the channel and are liking the content so far, if you can hit that subscribe button, and obviously then what will happen is every time I post a new video in this series, the Newcastle United Takeover series, you'll get a notification for the next video. So the next video will be episode 3, where we're moving through the season, starting to go through the cup competitions and starting to make our way up to that Europa League place that we want to get to at the end of the season. So I'll see you in the next one.